So I see a lot of people really struggle with the release because their right shoulder or the right arm or the right wrist have way too much of an active movement in that. Now listen, you're playing a sport where your trail side is your dominant side. You need to use it. And a lot of times people have been wired to think that, hey, if I just take my right hand and right arm and deactivate it on the golf club, all problems are going to be solved. But that's not really actually fixing the problem at hand. And the reason for that is because you should be using your trail arm and shoulder to help you transfer speed. But how you do it can get you into trouble if you're not trained to do it the right way. And that's what this drill is going to teach you how to do today. And this drill will work with your driver. It will work with your 7-iron. It will work with your putter if you want to make that big of a swing. But what we want to do here is start getting comfortable with the right shoulder function when the trail arm starts to move through the hitting area. Not allowing the trail shoulder to move in towards the golf ball, but allowing the shoulder plane to start to steepen up post-impact is what we're going to be looking for. Now, some of you try to create this movement way too early on, which from the top of the swing down, if you start rocking your trail shoulder back, yes, you can shallow the swing plane. But what you're not doing is from the top of the swing down, when you start to allow that trail shoulder to come down to move your arms in front of your body, is you're not really transferring your weight. And when you're not transferring your weight, then you're going to move your low point back. And when your low points move back, then you're going to start swatting at it with your hands. So what I want you to remember is that the trail shoulder from the top of the swing down needs to kind of stay where it is when you start to make your move over to your lead side. It's going to start to get pulled back around into a position of delivery where your shoulders are going to be a little bit on the closed side. That's where we're going to be working from at first, is we're going to be working from your delivery position up so you can understand how the function of the arm and the wrist and the shoulder should be working through the hitting area. Now, a great way to do this is to start thinking about what you would do to go get the golf club if you did a left arm only swing without moving your trail shoulder in front of the ball or towards the ball with your weight on your left side. What would you do in order to be able to keep that trail shoulder right where it is to go put your hand on the golf club? Well, the first thing that would happen is your left arm would get pulled back to your body. But the second thing that would have to happen is you would have to reach underneath to go put your hands on the club. And so you can see that my shoulder plane has steepened a significant amount. But I want you to feel that position and know that, hey, my shoulder is back and behind the golf ball. It hasn't moved in towards the golf ball much. And if I can feel that position, now I can start to drill and try to get back to it. And so what I would suggest that you do is put your lead hand in your pocket here for a second and start making some swings, some little small swings where you feel your trail shoulder work kind of in that same direction as your arm extends through the hitting area. And once you can start to feel that, you can start to make the swing a little bit longer, and a little bit longer, and a little bit longer. And then bring the left hand back on the club and start making some swings. And then you want to back check it on camera. And if you can start making some swings that look just like you were drilling or rehearsing, and you look at it from down the line and you notice that, hey, my shoulder's not moving in anymore. I don't see my right arm smothering the golf club. Then you can start hitting some golf balls with this on the Sooner side. This will fix a lot of those problems that you have with slicing the golf ball. Because when your right shoulder starts to move in, that's opening the chest up and the shoulders up, and that's starting to move your path left. By keeping the shoulder back and understanding how to get the shoulder plane to steepen, now what you're doing is introducing a real way to release the club. And when you start learning how to release the club properly, you'll get a lot more speed and a lot more control without having to work with your hands to try to do all this extracurricular activity that makes golf incredibly inconsistent for you. So I want you to try this drill out. Start out, do one little small swing with your left arm from one side of the body to the other. Extend your arm so it's perfectly down the target line, the club's pointed at your target. And I want you to go get that golf club without moving your shoulder in towards the ball or in front of the ball at all. So it's going to force you to feel like this lead side stretch in your flank. You're going to feel a lot of side bend right here. Once you feel that position, then start trying to make some little small swings getting back to that same spot. Start small. Now you can start thinking about the club face a little bit. Start making sure that it's toe up on the lead side or slightly toe left. Make the swing a little bit longer. Once you feel like it's doing the right thing, bring the left hand in there, start making some little small swings. Okay, it feels right, then hit some shots, and welcome to a more neutral path with a much better delivery.